Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, guys. It is a beautiful Saturday. It is so much sunshine coming through my window right now, and I'm just up. I laid in really late this morning. I wanted to just get some rest. It's not late though. It's about 9:30, but that's late for me because I'm normally up around 7 o'clock on Saturdays just because I get up early every day during the week anyway. But it is another beautiful weekend, and it's supposed to be really nice here today. I think the temperatures are going to get near 70. 70, guys, and it's February the 2nd. Can you believe that? But anyway, I am on here today with another video, and this video is a requested video, and I was so flattered and just humbled by the fact that someone asked me to do a requested video. I get them randomly. Every now and then I get a request for a video. Most of the times I get like questions, but it's not real often that I get requested videos. But while we're having our little chat this morning, I'm going to be drinking my coffee. Y'all know it's early on Saturday, so you know what time it is. It's time for coffee. But I hope you all are having a wonderful start to your Saturday. I have a really laid back day. I do have an event that I have to attend this evening about 5 o'clock. I was asked to MC an event, so I got to get all dolled up for that. So I'm going to do that later on this evening. So today, I'm just going to kind of relax at home all day today. I got a little bit of, home things to do. I'm going to do a little laundry and probably just kind of clean up around here. I'm in this area of my apartment because my office area with my desk is a mess. And if I let you guys see that, y'all probably think, what's wrong with this woman? She is just so messy. But anyway, I'm just so flattered to come on here today. And if you're new to my channel, I have been seeing a little bit of growth. And I just really appreciate you guys for stopping in and enjoying the content enough so that you want to be a part of the family. And I call this family my Fab Crew. So thank you for tuning in to the Fab Crew today and just checking out some of my content. And for all those who have been following me for a while, I appreciate you guys and thank you. And once again, just thank you for the shout outs for my birthday. I had a wonderful, marvelous time, guys, with my friends and even just by myself, the things that I did alone. Sometimes that self-care and just hanging with yourself is just as good. So we're going to jump into the video today, and this is a video that I titled Friendships After 50, How to Make Friendships After 50. One of my subscribers and someone that I'm subscribed to that I love reached out to me on one of my videos and said, requested could I do a video, because that is a really, really, really important thing to have in life, is have friendships. And as she stated, as you get older, it becomes more difficult to have friends or make friends. And so I think it's really important. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that when I started my channel started with me doing wig reviews, and my inspirational chats would be about friendships, because I went through some really heartbreaking experiences with a longtime girlfriend of mine. So a lot of my topics had to do with that relationship and how I was able to get through that period, because it felt like a death when I lost that friendship. So if you want to go back and look at some of those old videos, you're welcome to do it. They're under my inspiration playlist. But anyway, just jumping into this conversation, I think that women over 50, now I'm giving it from my experiences and what I've learned over the years, because everybody's experience is different. So let me just put that out there now. Everybody's experience is different. So people may experience relationships and friendships different from me. And also what you're looking for in friendships can, differ. Everybody don't look for the same things. So for me, I feel that a lot of women my age have longtime girlfriends. They've had girlfriends they grew up with, and therefore those relationships have weathered the test of time, and so they maintain their friendships. But oftentimes, sometimes you grow out of relationships, they kind of become stagnant. You might live in different areas of the world or the country, and you're not able to devote as much time to it. So sometimes they can just kind of fall off. So therefore, you feel like you don't have a relationship or friendship with your girlfriend anymore. So therefore, you want to. Now, it's been studies that have shown that even though we have marriages and children, having a friendship, and even siblings, having friendships is very detrimental. It is something that helps you. It helps your well-being. It helps your living, your longevity of life, because it's important to have those relationships that can be nurtured to. And sometimes, your siblings are not able to give you those same things. Not saying that you can't be a best friend with a sister or best friend with a brother, but it's just important sometimes to have, those outside relationships. And that's why when you go to a therapist, you're talking to a complete stranger. That's someone that's objective. They're not living in your household and growing up with the problems or in the marriage or whatever that you're going to the therapist for. So they can have an objective opinion. They can stand outside of themselves and, view what you're talking about from a different perspective. So relationships are different. All of them are different. So they're all needed. And I have found that, especially since that particular relationship kind of went away, that it's hard, especially when you reach a certain age, because most women already have their friends. And what I found is that, now a lot of you may not agree with this, but most of my girlfriends are married. So that can also pose a problem, because when you're single and you're trying to be friends with a married woman, it's not that the friend will have problems with it. A lot of times the spouse is with, and you have to look at it and give them benefit of the doubt, because a lot of men are looking at it like, my wife is married and I don't want her going doing these things or hanging out at these particular places or whatever. So, and then also they have a commitment that is more important than that relationship with you, because they made a vow and they decided to go marry someone. So therefore that relationship takes precedence over your relationship, even though they may love you. So oftentimes you may find yourself wanting to do things that they're not able to do because they have a commitment to something else that's a priority. And maybe I should say that it's more of a priority to take care of that first. It's more of a priority to see what their spouse wants to do versus what you want to do. So with that being said, I have found myself in situations where, my relationships with my friends can be just a little bit different, and I have to tweak them a little bit differently because they have a spouse. Now, my best friend now, I've actually known her since she was 10. When I was a little girl, I used to go to my grandmother's house, and they lived in the area where my grandma lived. And so we played outside. Now, we weren't tight. We weren't like best friends at that age. And we went to school off and on throughout our whole grade school through high school. And we became closer friends in high school. But our real relationship, as far as being best friends, didn't develop until later, after we had been out of school for like 10 years. So, I've known her a long time. But she is married, and she's been married for like 36 years. And she also lives in North Carolina, and I live in Memphis, Tennessee. We're both from Chattanooga. We both moved away, and she moved to North Carolina with her husband, and I moved to Memphis. So we don't get to see each other often. We do a lot of talking. We do a lot of texting. We FaceTime, and we try to get together at least once a year and do things together. So it depends on what you're looking for. Now, if you want that girlfriend that can be that person you call up and be like, girl, let's go shopping, or, let's go do brunch or whatever. It can be difficult if you're a single woman trying to be friends with a married woman, because like I said, they have priorities that may take precedence over doing things with you. But what I found that, because I'm in that predicament, so what I found is that you have to step outside of your comfort zone. Oftentimes we don't want to stretch ourselves. We're waiting for people to be friends with us rather than stepping out and becoming friends with people. And by what I mean by that is, sometimes there are events that are going on in the city, and we don't have anyone to go with. So what do? We'll say, we'll call up one of those girlfriends or one of those married friends maybe that we have, and maybe they can't go. So a lot of times we decide not to go. You should go, because that puts you around people, that puts you around the opportunity to meet new women that you can become friends with. And I, in recent years, have learned to do that. I have learned that if I want to meet people, I have to put myself in places and spaces where I can meet people, and I have to be friendly. I have to actually introduce myself to someone rather than wait for someone to introduce themselves to me. And oftentimes women, we are so, skeptical about people, because women, there are a lot of shadiness going on. Women are a lot of jealousy and envy going on with women. So a lot of times we're kind of standoffish. We don't want to put ourselves out there to get hurt or, feel like we got someone that's stabbing us in the back. So we'll stand off. But I feel that if you really want to make friends, you have to be friendly. You have to put yourself in situations where you can not only be introduced to someone, or you can introduce yourself to someone else. And so that is something that I am doing for 2019. I'm actually going to step outside of my comfort zone and go to events, whether I'm going alone because I don't have someone to go with, when I want to do it with a female, and just go myself and see what happens and see, what type of friends that I can make. Another thing that I learned, and this studies have found, is that we try to only be friends with women in our age group. Step outside your comfort zone. Meet someone older. I have an older girlfriend. She's in her 60s. And I have so much fun with her. She is so silly, guys. And I laugh with her. We cut up. We go to little events like workshops and stuff together. You have to have friends to meet different needs. And you can also make friends with someone younger. That person can keep you young and youthful and trendy. We stay in a box of what type of friends we want. And we don't want to stretch ourselves and step outside those comfort zones, and it's important to do that. So don't just stick to, I'm going to be friends with someone that's 50. You know what I'm saying? Because you may not meet anybody that's 50. Meet you a woman that's 60 plus, or a woman that's 30. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with stretching yourself and learning things. Take some dance classes. Go to a salsa class. Go to a line dance class or yoga class. You can meet women there. Women are starting these meetup groups where they're trying to meet friends, around the country. So they plan these trips where they get together with a group of women, and then from all walks of life. Don't just stay in a box. Don't try to stay with women that just, make the kind of money you make. Find someone who may not make as much money as you do, or someone who makes a lot more money than you. Stop, putting yourself in this box of what you want as a friend, because sometimes you can meet the best people that are totally different from you, outside of your whole area of comfort zone. Someone who dressed different from you, who looks different from you, a different race from you. We have to stop limiting ourselves to a certain group of women, guys. And I think that is one of the most important things about making friends. And when you make friends with someone, make sure you show up. Oftentimes people say, I'm going to call you. And we don't do it, right? If there's something that's going on, think about that girlfriend and say, let me call her and ask her, does she want to go to it? Don't wait for someone to call you. I think a lot of times we do a bunch of waiting rather than stepping outside ourselves and doing that. So that's just my take on friendships. And that's what I'm doing in 2019. I'm reaching out. I'm meeting people all over the world. Hey, and if I go to your town, I might shout you out. Be like, hey, what you doing, girl? I'm in town. Let's go have coffee. It is okay to do that, guys. If you really want to make friends, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to be able to stretch yourself and not limit yourselves to just your community, just your church members, or, people in your age group. You got to stretch yourself, guys. So that is all I wanted to share today, guys. I hope this is helpful for you, Tracy. Hey, Tracy. I hope this is helpful for you, and we all can learn from this, guys, because trust me when I tell you, I'm learning from it myself, because as a single woman, not having a spouse, I do have a lot of downtime, a lot of lonely moments, and it's so wonderful to have someone, a friendship with another woman that I can call up and we can go have coffee together, guys. We can go shopping. We can go have brunch. We can go see a movie together, or sit on my sofa or her sofa and watch a love story, guys. It's nothing more beautiful than friendships, and I think God gave those to us. So Hope you enjoyed this conversation, guys. Take another sip. And ladies, if you have anything that you can add to this, because you know in this little video I can't add everything, leave them in the comment section below, or how you make friends, things that you do. Tell me about your girlfriends and your relationships that you have, and let me know what you think about it, guys. So thank you for tuning in today, and I will see you guys on another video. I'm gonna go sit on the rooftop and enjoy this beautiful sunset, guys, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace and love. Bye, guys.